Hey guys, how you guys doing tonight? So this is going to be one of my curious random uh I just can't get this out of my mind, so I'm going to try it out. And we're also going to do a pour on a cup. I do have some pictures on Twitter with the items that we're going to be using today. We are also going to be using the Oops paint like always. Um so yeah, so it's pretty much it today. We're going to be working with some pre-made. We have the gray, we have a really cool orange we haven't seen that used in a very long time. We have our wonderful purple. We are also going to be using this fun guy, which is from a pizza box. How awesome is that? Our poker chips like we've used our last times. These have not been gessoed, they're just plain cleaned. And this is one of the poker chips with a stone on top. So I'm going to do a little test with that. And we're going to do that with oops, I'm messing up, haha. We're going to do that with 3 different pours. So we're going to get 1 big one and then 2 of the small ones. Okay, so we're going to just, like I said, the backs have not been gessoed. This has been gessoed and a pour on it already, but we're just going to use it for this experiment. These oops are flying everywhere. These do not have any of the silicone in them. They're just the 1 tablespoon of the blood and 1 tablespoon of the paints. I'm really excited to see how this turns out. That's why we're having a 11 o'clock stream. I was just in the mood for this orange. I don't know why. And of course we have our burgundy. Hey Antorak, how are you doing? Sorry buddy, I'm just testing out my Kindle for the chat, and it's even smaller than the screen would have been, so it's a little different on me. How are you doing? So I just want to get all of this paint to use. Trust me, you most likely will be seeing a fur baby fly by. So I've got 4 poker chips. They believe they all should have 4. 4, yep. And here's the fun parts. This time it's not going to be a flip cup. It's actually just going to be a pour. I'm going to make sure the one that has the most liquid in it actually stays out. I hope you guys can hear me all right. Yeah, I've seen that so many days in a row you've had. That has been like crazy. And having dinner before you stream is always a plus. I'm telling you. Okay, and for this one, we're going to start at the tip of the rock and then work our way out and see how that turns out. I'm like actually really scared of this one for some. I really think I needed to put more tips. Get the purple in there. Now it's going to start going into the gray, so we're going to go back into the middle. Oh, there's the orange. That does not look as nice as I thought it would be. That does not keep any of the purple at all. Maybe I should do 2 colors next time instead of a 3. We're just going to let that sit. I do like how this is turning out. This is going to be a skin for later on. And that's just going to be really easy to pull up on this. Goodness, I wish I had a canvas under here. That's really pretty. I hope you guys can get to see that. I don't see what you guys actually have on screen. Oh, work up to the 24-hour stream. Definitely. Don't just jump into it. Because that is, yeah, that's going to get you. But you're pretty good at your game, so it's gonna be really fun to watch. Okay, so this is pretty much done dripping. I actually dorked out and should have been doing it on my drying rack. But hey, we're gonna get our fingers messy. When don't we? I do like that marbling though. It's not supposed to drop into that. Actually, it looks really cute too. But these are gonna get wiped off. Yeah, I didn't think about this very much. We're gonna do 3/4 of the small one, and then the bowl. Okay. Just gonna let those sit on there. Them do their thing. Remember, like I said with the bags, these are great because you can just pick them up and now I have a clean surface to work on. Sorry about that, guys. I did think about the pores, but I forgot that we're gonna have to reset every time I do one. Dr. Rock, you have a good one, dear. And to get a clean new surface. Don't worry about the air pockets. Okay. Even though we're using all the same colors, I'm going to do exactly the same. That is fine. Why change it up when you don't have to? Now this one has a bit of a bigger stone on it. And I really feel weird using one of my clear stones, but it was a perfect size that I wanted for that one. Same thing, we're going to go into a circular motion and hope for something kind of cool. This one has more of the orange popping up. Oops, to actually hit that. Got a second or two to drip, and then we'll transfer it over to our drying rack. These are going to be really pretty skins. More seconds to drip. Hey, FG, 70, how are you doing tonight? In one of my random crafting streams, trying to get some creative juices going. And of course, it's one that I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm letting it happen. Now all of these paints are Oops paints. I got them from our local hardware store. So I really do not know what color names they are. Trying to get that one like white spot, but not make it all mud. Come on, hump. Okay, oops, that's not what I wanted, but that's actually doing what I wanted. So we'll do it. Like I said, guys, this is all an experiment. I have no clue what I'm doing other than just having fun with bags and paint. Bags and paint, that's just what we're having fun with. And that one spot is just not liking. I'm just gonna have to like do something later on. To let those sit. I am going to take some of this different colors on the edge and tap with a bubble. Because that's just gonna aggravate me too much that it didn't get clear. Next batch. Those will not stay like that, of course, the chips will come out, but I'm just doing this for the skin that's going to dry with the paint. That's actually looking really cool. I love the cells that this actually made. This was the canvas, it would have been really nice. The pink bag that you guys see are, of course, from our local dollar store. They are reusable as well, and the best thing is they're scented. And our third guy, this one again is going to be one of our smaller ones instead of our great big one, which I should have used this one for the great big one, but like I said, I usually do no planning when it comes to this. There is no planning when an idea pops in my head. I have an idea of what these are going to turn into afterwards. I have that idea, definitely. And once again, same colors. I should have did that, but oh well. really do like that orange. And as you can tell, I have reused these cups many of times. They're very good. Let that for a little bit. They do look different, I have to say. I do like how they look. Definitely not what I was picturing in the first place in my mind, but hey. And the best thing is, you know, just like I always say, is if you don't like it, you can always change it. That's the best part about crafting. Get that corner on. And it out of there. Good. Like I said, I just want to get those corners, get a certain thickness on there. Because believe it or not, it does matter with these chips. Oh my goodness, goodness, goodness. That didn't ruin it, so thank goodness. There was a hair in the paint. But look at how that tip looks. That is just really pretty. I hope that dries as well as it looks. There we go. Our thing, everything looks like it has enough paint. Yay. I'm just gonna kiss the sides. You guys all know me. I use every single part that comes out. You never know what you can make with this stuff. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, come on. Right, so that is our third one. Those are going to be pendants. Once they're done, the round ones with the stones on top are going to be pendants. They're going to be hooked up with some chains, and I'm going to actually be doing those on stream with you guys. So that is making sure I'm touching the bags that is going to be movable. Our next ones. That orange, I'm telling you, it really looks good with that gray, which actually looks really blue from this end. Oh, baby girl, no, come on. This is the only place you're not allowed. Come on. Hey guys, this is Daisy. She is the bottle baby that we adopted last season. I told you guys you were going to say a kitten. Told you there was going to be a kitten sighting on that one. And I like this glass one because honestly, it just comes right off. But I like to save things and have them last a little longer. So that's been with me forever. When I had this planned in my head, of course, like I said, I planned something totally different. This is not what I was thinking. Trying to see if this will work now. It was all of them were supposed to be done on one of these. Trying to touch a spot that's not going to get damaged by my touch. That's our second one. And there's our big. I like how the stripes on that one turned out. Now let's hope that isn't even. That scares me because though I liked that last one. Really did like how that glass reacted with the paint. So next up, this is one of my bowls we made last season. It's the paper clay that has been poured on. I'm repouring it because I don't like how some of the lines turned out. This is just a plastic little cup, baking cup. Putting it right on top. And getting our chips, and we're just going to go around them. Hopefully they don't fall through the cracks because that's just not fun. Trying to see them at the same time. Missing some of that. We will just switch it up. Boop. Funny enough, I actually needed that one that fell down there. There we go. These have been gessoed. It does not have any silicone on it. I did clean it off beforehand. It has not been varnished or anything, so we're just basically starting off with a gessoed item. So we are going to be doing the paints for these on camera so that you guys can see what I used. So we're going to do the gray, our wonderful blue, which is this color here, and our really pretty teal. Remember, this one here is a lot, it's a very watery, so we're still going to go ahead and try to use those. And we also have a white. I was like, watch now, it's not going to come out. We're just doing 1 tablespoon of paint to 1 tablespoon of the flood. Hands are wet, guys. My hands are wet. Hey, Red how are you doing, girl? How's your game going? Sorry I wasn't able to reply. I was already setting up. See that? See how watery that is? That is like, oh, I'm so scared to use this one. But it's really pretty at the end. We used this one a little while ago. When we first started doing the bowls, on stream we use this. Definitely putting the lid on that one because that one will be a pain to pick up if something ever did happen and I dropped it. Because we all know Paws does that, right? We drop things. Happy anniversary, by the way. It's not midnight yet, so I can still say that. One of these days, I'll just be able to eyeball this and be like, "Yep, that's how much paint we need." But for now, I'm keeping with a recipe I can duplicate later on. I'm also going with the same color scheme as this so that if it doesn't cover all the way through, we're not really too bummed out about having the colors bleed. My hands are so pretty today. I have gloves, guys. I really do. But they don't fit my fingers. And they make more of a mess than, than I do with my own self. Now this one we are going to have a lot of leftover paint, which is perfectly fine because we do have the catch-all, which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of doing this, is because I'm wanting to make a lot of skins and work around those. And well, you need the skins to be able to practice with. So that's why we got this wonderful experiment with those chips and rocks. Really cannot wait to see how those actually turn out. The first one, it's kind of dull. I mean, I'll be honest, but it has some really cool flakes going on. All right, and next is the flood. This is just 100%. I not see that hit my table. Okay. I just put it into a smaller container because, well, it's so much easier, guys. They come in a gallon container and they are huge. And trying to pour them and everything is just not fun. So that one gets all of it. I do also strain the flood before putting it into the smaller containers because it does get pretty chunky. And that is it. That is basically how we mix the paint. I mean, it's nothing spectacular or anything. We'd usually put silicone in it, but since I'm doing it on the bowl and it's going to run off, I don't think we're going to need it. Once we start doing canvases where it's going to be a flat surface, then we'll definitely test it out again. Okay. And why would I remember Popstick? I swear, guys, I thought it was all ready before we started this. I really did. I really thought I had everything. Okay, well, kids, don't do this at home. I'm just gonna use the tip. Oh. The white is the most hard to actually make sure that you get this completely filled because you don't get to see the beautiful marbling that happens with the flood and the colors. But you want to make sure you get all of the edges, the middle, I can't tell, but the consistency has been pretty even throughout all of these. This one is definitely going to be a lot more watery. Really debating on what layer I'm going to use that one in. There we go. This one's just not changing color at all. Come on. Work with me. There we go. I was like, I knew there was a gray in there somewhere, people. There was a gray in there. And our last color. There we go. Yay. Look at it change. All that marbling. I do know I want this to be more blue than I do the white or the grays. So we are going to turn back on my screen so I can actually read what people are saying, just in case someone shows up. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I am so sorry I didn't see that. Dark Star Overland MKX. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed that. I should have had the follow up. If not, just remind me next time you come in, and I will give you the oh yeah cat dance. That sounds worse than it really is. I am sorry. I just realized how that sounded. Okay, guys. So, like I was mentioning, the first thing you put on is going to be the first one that's going to hit the bottom. So that one's going to be the one that's going to be out on the circle more. And the first one you pour is going to be the last one that gets put on. So that was going to be more of the prominent color. The white always drops. This one is super watery. There was nothing I could do to actually make that one more thicker at this point. There probably is a trick. I just don't know it at this point. So I'm going to start with a little bit of the white, go with the gray, then the green, and then we'll just stop it with the there. Go to our bottom. And just a little bit of this, because I'm kind of bring that up. Gray. And cancel it out with the dark blue. Okay, then we bring this over. But we're not putting any silicone in this. Oh, I almost made a big old girl mess. Big old mess. And I don't know why I'm always scared to do this. Now, if you were going to do a flip cup, which is usually what I do on this one, but I don't want to move anything, since we have the chips kind of in a general area, I'm just going to go ahead and start in the middle, work my way out to the edges, and then reverse back. And then let it hit in the chips. Really like that, how that green looks in there. Just making sure all of these get a little bit taste of the colors. Then I'm just going to drop the rest on to the chips. walk around, make sure I got all of that. I get some different colors in there. Go. I actually really like that, guys. I know it looks like just a big old mess right now, but I'm telling you that actually looks really darn cute. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit for a second or a few seconds. And then I will definitely bring this down to show you. I hope you guys can see this very well. I am using a tripod right now to hopefully help with this process. So we're gonna let this fully drip. I have to remember that this one has a tip to it. It was gonna be darn. Making those two on this side touch so that it doesn't have too much of a lip to fall on. I am going to grab our container here and just make a little bit, like I said, barely any, just so we can get these edges kind of filled in and give it a little bit of something, you know. So I would like to try to see if I can salvage these and use them for something. Like I said, I'm just going to let that drip as much as possible so it still has the organic kind of feel to it. That's the whole point of these. Okay, so we're just going to take our brush and just bring it along the edge. Because these will dry with drips. Okay, so we've got our color. This actually looks really nice. So I'm just going to leave this tilted because I poured it in there tilted. The reason we have the glass underneath the cup was so that we can actually pick it up easy without having to jiggle it or anything like that, and to move it over to a drying rack. But at this point I have to fix this. I don't know what happened to the edge, so it is not stable. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. So I'm just going to pick this up carefully because it is plastic. It will concave on you and fit right over. And I did touch the sides, but that's perfectly fine. All right, so now we're left with these beautiful chips. If I actually had more chips, I think we could have gotten some really, really cool designs. Trying to find out where I'm gonna pour mostly. Kind of get some extra ones in there. I do want to try and get this one's just pouring off, so it doesn't matter where it's at, since it is on a one that's bent right here. So that is what's going on with this one as well. And just move these over there. Not here. All right, so next we're just going to go ahead and take our second four. And any of them that kind of seem a little boring, that doesn't have anything kind of going on, we're just going to go ahead and kiss around the edges. So first we're going to go and start it with this one. And get those colors going. Just like this. There we go. And of course, I should have gotten more. Right now I'm just kissing the paint to the sides. I'm not pushing it into it. I'm not making it any muddy. As soon as it bubbles, I just let it kiss the side. Actually look really cute. I do like the colors that that actually came out of all of this. That I can do on this one. And here I was thinking I was going to have way too much paint, and this is the opposite than I was expecting. Paint is complete, the paintbrush is completely drenched in paint. So when I kiss the edges, it's not muddy. That just means all the colors are not, you know, combined and unnoticeable. Because this actually has a really cool kind of swirl marble to it right this second. And that's what I'm just transferring over to the sides of these. Really scary when you didn't pay attention to how close the edges were to each other. Here, 1 second, guys. Once I lift my head up and check chat. Some of these actually look like they have missing spots, but it's actually just the white paint that's at the tips. So here I am dabbing away, and it was just the actual paints. This is where a Lazy Susan would come in so handy. Do you guys remember what a Lazy Susan? We used to have one as kids, and oh my goodness, that thing was used so much in our house. I think that is all of the little corners. Oops, missed a big old one right there. Oh, that was a mistake, guys. The drop I just picked up had orange in it. But no worries, bro. We'll fix that. Okay, so we're gonna let these bubble and sit. So far, I'm liking them. I mean, they're not bad. The bull looks really cute. I mean, it really does. I wish I didn't turn my computer around this time, so I don't get to see what you guys see. Hey, Bigfoot Lazy Bear, how are you doing? Sorry it took me a little bit to say hi, Dragon Miss. Hey, girl. I would do some shout outs, guys, but my hands are completely mad, and you guys caught me right at the end. I do have some paint left, and that's basically what made me start this stream tonight. Was I had paint left, and I didn't know what to do with it. So now I have paint left, and I don't know what to do with it. It's funny if you were here, you'd understand. Today has been one of those days where I've got a lot done, but like nothing got done at the same time. Okay, so we've gotten these. Our little chips right there. I don't know. I hope you guys can see that. I do like how the white just kind of is in there. So far, though, all the paint looks even. So I'm happy about that. Got that. Okay. And then these were the experiments that was tonight's reason of the stream. Not sure if you guys can see that. It has completely dulled a lot on that one. But I really like how this one here kind of looks like a flower when you turn it around. So those turned out nice. I'm going to try maybe a double color instead of the triple and see how those look in the next round. And this is where I cross my fingers and hope. Yes. Well, for some reason my juices are just so much better at late at night. And you really, yeah, it's like, do you stream it, do you not stream it, and then you feel bad because you don't stream it type of thing. And then I actually started to do YouTube so that I could remember how I did something later on. And this is the bowl. This is the paper clay bowl that I made last season, and I have just poured it again. So that is that one. It is on a just a plastic cup. And then these ones I actually do have to move around. So try not to get into that middle because this middle right here is dented, so it won't actually dry evenly. And with this, you want to make sure that where you set it to dry is completely and utterly even, because as you can see, just tilting them a little bit, the whole paint can change. But I'm just going to actually do this just to get some air pockets or bubbles or anything like that that might be lurking. And of course, Paws does that. Oh, Heidi, hi. Gotta touch something, don't you? Gotta touch it. Gotta touch it. That, I'm telling you guys, I'm waiting until I get these pictures done with the wet. They look so nice. Okay, so we've got that stack. Bring this over to here. Oh, I keep touching the edge of that cup. This is just from the edge of the bowl here that we have just poured. I'm just wiping my hands along the edges just to get those drops, so it doesn't have the little paint droplets that pop down when it dries. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and transfer our mats. I'm gonna have to get a guard for this Kindle. I got my Kindle working, so that's why how I'm able to read chat a little bit more. It is still completely and utterly small, but hey, at least I can actually read it a little bit faster. So what we're gonna do is I have so much paint left over, and I really don't want to lose it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So we're just gonna pick this up and move it without touching anything else and messing that wonderful art up. Okay, so here is one of our things. It's kind of dried a little. Kind of really kind of want to just keep these here because I love how they look, and I'm scared to death to actually move them. So I'm kind of about 95% thinking of just keeping these here until it dries a lot more, and then using my knife to kind of cut around the skins. So this is one here. Don't know if you can see that. This is one here. One chip's there, and then a chip is right there. And honestly, I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to let these sit, let them kind of level out a little bit, and see what happens with how these look. So that's 4. And all of these chips here, we use the same color patterns for. These are the next set of 4. So this is one here, one right there, one right there, and one right there. That is still aggravating me. It did not take the full, brunt of the color. I'm wondering if it's too late to do that. There we go. Okay. Ah, see how easy it is to mess up, guys. Stop touching it. When you're happy with something, stop touching it. It'll be like a pause and mess everything up. And then we have this set. Yeah. Maybe use some tape and tape down your mats. Like I said, I'm just using regular boards underneath. You can use any type of cardboard, wood, anything you like on that one. And how I did this was I used a pizza, you know, those little pizza tables that you get, and I put them on top of the chips with the little rocks on top and then poured them. But I really like this one here. Okay, guys, I will be updating you, like always, on my crafting page, Paws of Curiosity, for YouTube, and I also have a Twitter for my crafting as well. I think these turned out really nice, much better than the first, because all of these have been repoured. So these look much better than I really thought they would. The orange is just really getting me, especially with this purple and gray. If the gray was a different color, I think it would really bother me. Like if it was a white, but I think this really looks nice with a combination. With the white with those blue, I'm so happy it didn't overpower the blue. But yeah, I'm really liking these. I'm going to take pictures of these guys wet, and then put up a little short video for you guys to show you how they look, all the processes, the colors we've used, all of that wonderful stuff, like I do every single stream. And then once everything is completely dry, I will also be taking a picture of those to show you the difference between the wet, the dry, how long they actually took to dry, and then we'll be doing the projects for the whole point of doing these, because these are for a project later on in the future. So we're just in the practice mode and seeing how things actually will turn out, because I've got so many different ideas now because of this. I really do. It's like crazy. So yeah, so this has been super fun. I will have these up in the on the whole stream as well in 24 hours. We have to wait for that since we are running on Twitch first. And I can't wait to actually see what these look like, to get these started, and get to show you guys what they actually turn out to be. I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys like my rambles and my little random crafting. I'm telling you, the curiosity in me is just crazy. But I come back the very next day. You know how it is. But yeah, everything here is wonderful. It's great. So these are definitely going to turn out nice if I don't touch them. That is my problem. I have already touched them. Hey guys, I'm back. Probably never see this, but I just don't want to have it on camera. Basically, what I'm doing is exactly the same. I have a rock on top of the chip and a pizza little table. You can set the pizzas in the middle, and it's exactly the same. Is a chip with the rock on top. We are going to be using the leftover paint. We have the really pretty teal. We have a gray. We have the blue. And we have our white. With the gray. This has been 1 tablespoon of paint to 1 tablespoon of Floetrol. There is no silicone in these. And we are just going to pour our hearts out. That one was really thick. I must have stayed there for a little bit. Oh, and I found the stick, by the way. It was attached to one of the plastic bags. And if you were with me about 2 minutes ago, we were just did another stream, and we did all of the stuff plus more. So we've got this. We're gonna have a lot of overdraft, which really gets me because I don't want to overdraft it. So here we go. It's kind of bubbly for some reason. There we go. Edges get it too. That's mostly gray. I guess we didn't have more than I thought, but wish I did go over this one again. Hope that's just gonna give me gray. Remember, these are pours, so you can tip and guide the paint in general directions. I'm just touching the edges. The edges look great. Now, I am not going to move this one. This one is the one that is on the base of the pizza table. I don't know what it's called. I'm calling it a pizza table. So what I'm going to do is just lift up. That one did not turn out what I wanted it to at all. It has way too much gray in it, but that's fine. We can do with the gray. Okay, so that is the one we were doing. It was just another experiment I had in my head, and of course you guys know, if it's in my head, I've got to get it out or I go insane. There we go. All right, guys, I'll take a picture of these and look for it on my Twitter at Curiosity Paws or Curiosity Paws at YouTube, or you can find me at Paws of Aries as well. And I think I like these. I don't like the other one, but I like these three. Hey, 3 out of 4, not too bad. Okay, guys, I will talk to you later. I hope you guys got to see this little sneak one. Bye. All right, guys. I hope you guys smiled once today. If you didn't, I hope your day is not over. Guys, do something creative. If it's online, if it's not, if it's paint, if it's dirt, if it's mud, if it's wood, just go out and create something. Get something juicy. I mean, write something. It doesn't matter. Just get your mind working, because honestly, you need that little break. Just a little break. Because you never know what you're going to turn out to. I mean, because this could turn into a total mistake, but I still learned something. So it wasn't a flop. But honestly, I think these are going to turn out nice. I usually don't say that. So I will see you guys in our next stream. It most likely will be one of my gaming streams. Paws will be doing that. These are going to take about 24 hours to cure. Not fully cure. That's going to be about 2 weeks. But cure enough to be able to take pictures for you guys. And yeah, so look for those. And I will talk to you guys later. Remember, Paws of Curiosity or Paws of Aries. Bye, guys.